Hey guys, it's ItsSMOGONdevo here, back at it with some more Jungle Cup practice videos. This is going to be the last video of the early testing. So once we get past this one, you're going to see a bit more, experienced battles and more of a focused understanding of the meta and some of these matchups. You're going to see Pidgeot soon too, which is going to be kind of nice to see for those of you considering using it. But for this video, you're going to see more of the same old stuff we've been testing out. A lot of Vigoroth, Megaton, Beedrill, and Noctowl. All solid picks, so you get to check those out again. Let's just jump into these battles. Alright, here we are with the Vigoroth lead and B and Megaton in the back. This video is going to feature a lot of my local players actually, so shout out to them. Mr. AJ's the first one up. He's just testing out some of these early picks as well. I think he's really gotten a liking to the Sceptile, so we lead Vigoroth into Sceptile. Gonna go for this Body Slam here. Do a ton of damage to that Sceptile. I'm gonna shield here as well. Block that Frenzy Plant coming in. And then I think I can actually just knock out Sceptile with counter damage. So I'm not loving Sceptile there. It does not have a great Vigoroth matchup, which is what I think your grass type should be doing here. He'll bring in his Snorlax, and my Vigoroth is just going to go to town on this Snorlax. Get off another Body Slam. And these counters will just be melting it away slowly. Now we're at even shields. I wanted to see how much damage that Body Slam would do, and I'm actually kind of unimpressed. I thought it would do a bit more. I'm right at another Body Slam, but I don't really want to burn another shield on Vigoroth. So I'll let it go down. And then I can bring in my Magneton. Knowing it's a Body Slam Snorlax, I can definitely take one because of Magneton's typing. And then just farm away some energy. Did a bit more than I thought it would, to be honest, but no problem for Magneton. Sent in Tropius, which is actually a banned pick for the cup. He wasn't aware at the time, but you get a nice look at the what-if scenario. The what-if scenario actually plays out that it would get shredded by Beedrill. No, but in all reality, it's putting in a ton of work on my Magneton. I'm forced to shield twice here. Go for this discharge. Yeah, so even with this shield advantage, Magneton can barely do anything to Tropius. Luckily I had Beedrill in the back, but man, it's a threat. I'm really happy it's banned now that I think about it. Jumping into the next game, we're going to lead with Alolan Raichu with Magneton and Beedrill in the back. Some more double electric testing. He leads Pharaoh, which is kind of an interesting pick. It's definitely going to be inferior to Noctowl and even Pidgeot. It just has some really nice coverage moves. I already knew what the moves were going into this match, but I didn't quite want to burn shields if I didn't think it was necessary. Like, I know I have a Magneton in the back to handle flyers as well. So I don't shield this move. It was a drill run, which is what I was expecting. So Raichu's going to go down. Now I can bring in Magneton and try to farm away at this Pharaoh. But he built up a decent amount of energy, so I'm forced to shield actually. Goes for a Twister, interesting move there. Gonna farm up a little bit of energy and actually try my best to knock him down with fast moves, and we can. He brings in Credilli, so I'm gonna Magnet Bomb spam him. Ton of damage there. Get off another one as well. And I will get that shield. Very close to a third Magnet Bomb, but Charge Move priority kicks in, so I will shield Mag. And now this Magnet Bomb is going to knock out Credilli. He brings in Graveler, so this is kind of a cool matchup for Magneton, but mine is very weak, so it's going to go down to the Rock Throws. And now there's not a whole lot Beedrill can do unless it gets off that Sludge Bomb, but I'm just short, unfortunately. Thunderbolt's going to knock out my Beedrill. So now we're actually going to lead with Magneton and keep Venusaur and Vigoroth in the back versus Mesara, another one of my local players. Alright, so we lead our Magneton into his Graveler, and here's where I can actually show you how this matchup plays out. So I'm going to build up some energy, build up a little bit more energy because I know it takes a little longer for the Stone Edge or Rock Blast to come out. This Magnet Bomb's going to do a ton of damage. I wanted to see exactly how much the Rock Blast would do, and as you can see, it's not all that much. So I get off a second Magnet Bomb. And he does shield. And I'll be just short of that final Magnet Bomb there. But a pretty good matchup for Meg, and now my Venusaur can come in and farm away the Graveler with some Vine Whips. He brings in Noctowl, so Venusaur is going to launch off a Sludge Bomb, try to put some pressure on him. Doesn't shield, and I'll make a quick switch to Vigoroth. I have the shield advantage, so I will actually block the Sky Attack coming in. Then I'm going to beat him down with some counters. He switches out to Lantern, which is actually not the best switch for him. So Vigoroth is going to launch off a bunch of body slams here. Put on a ton of pressure to Lantern. Get that final shield here. So I will actually choose to block it, the Thunderbolt coming in. And then I'm just going to beat down the Lantern as much as I can before this Body Slam comes out. Body Slam's going to be enough to knock it out, or just barely. And now I want to get to another Body Slam versus Noctowl. But I think it's actually just going to be short of knocking it out. But my counters will actually be able to clean it up. So we'll take that matchup too. Jumping into the next one, we're going to go ahead and lead Noctowl with Venusaur and Vigoroth in the back. Pretty solid 3. So we lead Noctowl into his Tangrowth. Tangrowth is definitely a really interesting pick. I kind of want to test one out myself. It has some pretty cool coverage moves with Vine Whip, and then its charge moves are Ancient Power and Sludge Bomb. Ancient Power gives it amazing coverage. Gives it an option versus all of the things that should beat it type-wise, like Bug and Flying, for example. And Sludge Bombs for the grass types. You'll see his Tangrowth put in a ton of work versus my Noctowl actually. Get to the Sky Attack, but he does actually shield twice. I'll burn one shield here, but I already took an Ancient Power. So I want to get to another Sky Attack here, but he's able to get to this Ancient Power before me. So I'll let him knock out my Noctowl. Luckily he doesn't get any boosts. He has no shield, so I'll bring in Vigoroth and try to knock him out before he gets another, but he's able to actually get out one more charge move here. So I will shield it to keep Vigoroth healthy. And now I've farmed down his Graveler quite a bit. Switch out Vigoroth to keep it around. And then beat down this Graveler with some Vine Whips. So he actually is going to let me knock out his Graveler. I overcharged a little bit there, while also making sure my Venusaur is a bit weak, so anything coming in can't farm it too much. But he brings in the Alolan Raichu, so Frenzy Plant's going to come off and do a ton of damage to that Raichu and actually be able to knock it out. I do quite like Alolan Raichu though. Jumping into this final battle, we're going to go ahead and go with the same team. Shifting away from the local players now into the Discord server. We lead Noctowl into a Cantonian Raichu. Definitely not a great matchup for us. So I charge up a little bit of energy and then switch out. It is a Thunder Punch coming into me. And now he brings in a Noctowl, so Venusaur is not the happiest. I'll launch a Sludge Bomb to try to get some chip. Get a nice amount of chip there on the Noctowl, and if he doesn't knock me out, I will be able to get to another Sludge Bomb, but it's going to use Sky Attack and burn some energy. Let Venusaur go down. Now I want to bring in Vigoroth. I'll shield the Sky Attack to keep Vigoroth as healthy as possible, while farming up some energy. Very close there, but I was able to knock out that Noctowl before it got another Sky Attack. He brings in Breloom. I do a ton of damage with that Body Slam. I try to switch, but I'm a little bit delayed there. Brings back in Raichu. Would have been nice to have a Psychic or Nightshade, but all I have is Sky Attack for now. I'm not gonna burn any shields here. I'll let Noctowl take that Thunder Punch, and it actually manages to survive to get another Sky Attack, which is great. Do a good amount of chip here. Now we'll bring back in Vigoroth with Body Slam ready to go. Put a pressure on this Raichu. Putting pressure on that Raichu, so Vigoroth actually will be able to knock out both Raichu and Breloom with just counter damage. And there you go. That's going to be it for the early practice videos. Shout out to all the locals who participated in this video and I was able to record these battles with. Lots of interesting picks, especially in the early season, which I do really like because it gives you a feel versus a lot of different things and lets you experience some things you're not going to see as the meta goes on. Like Sceptile, for example, and like Tangrowth. As much as I do like the early kind of meta, or rather the early picks people tend to use, I like the condensing meta a lot more because it's more predictable and much easier to, I guess, well, not really easier, but better to actually test your teams against because it gives you a better understanding of how they're going to do in a tournament sense. So with that, this will actually be the final video for early practice videos. Now we're going to be able to move on to the more meta type of practice videos, so I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be it for any outro notes, I guess. So if you do like the video, go ahead and leave me a comment, drop a like, and don't forget to sub to the channel. Take care for now, guys.